Yasuo banned away from both Zitai and Rookie.
And also opens up the Nidalee pick straight away. You know, as soon as you see it, and Nidalee is banned in response, do not expect Nidalee to get through the pick ban phase from IG's red side if they're willing to ban out the Yasuo on the blue side.
Yeah, and the Twisted Fate banned away to answer that Nidalee. Nobody wants to take any chances with the poke and long range.
I wonder if we get 3 bans at Rookie here and try and shore up Doinby in the mid lane. IG hit back and take away one of Doinby's mid laners.
Yeah, it just might be as the Azir taken away from Doinby. He's still got a pretty healthy champion pool, so should be able to play out of it. Again, this is patch 5.16, 5.16. There have been a few changes, some slight Azir nerfs, but all in all, still very similar in terms of overall meta outside of those juggernauts.
And this time around, QG taking a lot of time on their last ban. Wow, they blue side banned the Kalista. TNT not willing to first pick it.
Lulu is the ban to answer, and Xiaogu with first pick. There are a lot of champions available for them.
Yeah, there certainly is. Top lane champion pool untouched. Apart from the Nidalee, you know, junglers have anything they want. The Orianna, the Victor. Power picks in the mid lane for both Doinby and Rookie are both available.
Rise as well.
Yeah, V might be able to take that into the top lane, although that is a dangerous pickup against Zitai. Zitai also, you know, as much as we say he's a quirky top laner, has had some very impressive Shen performances. Also a very solid tank player in the likes of his double offensive item, which isn't really tank. You know, he goes Black Cleaver, Frozen Mallet.
Pretty strong, but it looks like, and whoa! The Elise gets locked in by Xiaogu, and instantly Zitai responds with a Fiora lock-in.
So I have the greatest respect for Fiora right now. Her kit is so loaded. So her Q scales really well with levels, but also cooldown reduction. She's able to get a huge burst of attack speed out of her E. The first one's a slow for a second, and the second strike is a guaranteed crit. And she's also able to fling CC back at a lane. Not sure how she's going to go in a 1 versus 2 matchup, but she's an incredible double jungler. At the start of the game, look for them to fly through the jungle with this pairing and really boost Kakao's early jungle speed with Zitai. And now all of a sudden, V, whatever he takes in the top lane, once again, V doesn't look to kill his opponent. Zitai, on the other hand, definitely does.
Yeah. We'll see if Zitai can pull out the 1v1 outplay with this Fiora that he's got locked in. Xiaogu looked to answer with something a little bit more defensive. How do you keep Fiora away from her carries? Well, kite it out. Make sure that she can't get in range. CC lock and slow.
I've been waiting for like the cross-map arrow to be parried by Fiora and like sent back. Not going to happen though, but they do take the Braum as well as the Victor here, so a little bit more defensive pick ban phase out of Xiaogu.
Invictus Gaming now looking for their own mid laner. They see that Doinby has taken the Victor, so Rookie might be going for a bit more outplay of his own as he hovers the Echo for now. Braum, as you mentioned, did go through for TCT, so we might see that. And of course, Gangplank is still an option. Very scary setup from Invictus Gaming.
So I don't mind Ashe on the current patch. However, I really don't like Ashe into Braum. So we'll see whether that is what Kid wants to play there. A lot more utility, good pick potential, and is locked in.
Yeah, the Ashe has been picked up by Invictus Gaming. They're looking at the Echo right now for Rookie. We'll see if that's what he ends up taking as he's got 5 seconds. Yeah, the Echo is locked in.
So it is going to be an assassin mid laner against Doinby, of course. Great zone control. Has a huge shield at the moment, Echo, to be able to get that outplay going. Of course, you can Zhonya's in the middle of it as well. Create a big field for your team to be able to play around. See whether Rookie is able to do what he did against EDG, I believe, with his Echo when he took Pawn on at level 3, was able to score the first blood and then completely snowball the heck out of the rest of the map.
Yep.
Definitely one of the better mid-Echo players in the LPL. And he's taking it into a Victor, which isn't a great matchup. Victor able to trade very efficiently, but should be able to do okay with the wave clear that Rookie has in his kit.
Well, looks like we're now getting to the last picks for Xiaogu. That's going to be the AD carry and top lane for V. Fizz being considered, and it is locked in. What better way to dodge the true damage of Fiora than by becoming untargetable?
Yeah, so going to take a very good duelist into the top lane in Fizz also gives you the Ignite, which is just massive against anyone that wants to be able to win a 1v1 trade. Much in the same way, not a great double jungler, however, with that Ignite. So does struggle in the 2v1 setup, and TNT has a lot of tools in his kit now to get away from the Echo, get away from the Fiora. You can understand why he was hesitant to take the Ashe.
Yeah.
Because now with double, I guess, assassins looking to dive onto him, will be a hard matchup, and that's not a kiting.
No, it is not. If this Leona gets locked in, IG are all go button.
So the reason they need a Leona or something like an Alistar is because Braum's taken, he's kind of the front lane kiter for your team. And with Fiora, she's going to be splitting a lot of the game, and even in teamfights, she's going to be looking to chase people down, 1v1 duel them. So they need another front line to be able to go in with Kakao, create these big fields of zone in the front of the team fight, because if Fizz ever slips past, you know, if Doinby ever slips past, Kid on a very immobile AD carry is just a sitting duck for everything in there. And for the same reason, you know, Elise, even in a tank form, is one of the best junglers for dealing with Ashe, because repetitive gap closes with the repel, with the venomous bite, you know, it's only a little one, but it gets you back in range, able to easily take care of Kid on the back line. So the front line needs to be there from Invictus to set up these zones of play to allow IG to get the team fights they're looking for. On the other end of the rift, TNT, V, very snowball-heavy champions. If they get one kill, they're able to continue to chase forward with ease. Look for these guys to, once again, fight early and fight often.
Yeah, that is the big hope in this set. With Worlds on the line, no one wants to take a chance by dropping to the losers bracket. Invictus Gaming are coming out guns blazing, and Xiaogu look to answer with cannons of their own. As we prepare to get into game number 1, you just saw the team comps. You can now see the teams. Everyone's hyped up and ready to get us into this set.
Oh, yeah, that guy's so hyped up. Big yawn. Everyone else is waving.
There it is. They're all excited. Yeah, we're preparing to get into this one. We're going to go ahead and run through the rosters right quick. In the top lane, it is V versus Zatai on Fizz versus Fiora.
And, you know, in our matchup to watch coming up, it will be Swift taking Elise against Kakao's Gragas, and we'll see whether Kakao's able to make things happen early. Elise very strong at the moment and able to set up a lot of pick for the team. And Doinby in the mid lane taking the victory against Rookie's Echo. That's going to be a very explosive lane. We saw double cleanse. They're going to look to kill each other.
Yeah, they certainly are. TNT taking on Kid with the late game AD carries, and in the supports, it's TCT and Kitties trying to keep their teams functioning.
Important to note that the Braum took the exhaust, whereas the Leona, a little bit more of a kill lane, went for Ignite. So there is no Ignite for a Fizz if he gets onto the back line, but there is an Ignite for either the Echo or the Fiora in the top lane.
We'll see how that works out. As you can see, the teams are clicking furiously, and we're getting into game. Welcome back, everyone. It is the LPL Regional Qualifiers. We're in our second set of the day. It's Xiaogu versus Invictus Gaming. And defensive lines are being deployed right now. You just saw Zatai spotting out Swift and V. It looks like everyone's going to play it safe for now. So tell me, Spawn, do you think that we might see any sort of lane swaps out of these teams?
Yeah, you know, definitely is a possibility. Both teams, you know, Ashe isn't a great pusher, but she has a lot of wave clear in her volley if that is what the max comes through from Kid, whereas Tristana just completely destroys creeps and turrets alike. So probably in favor of QG if they want to go for a fast push and try and accelerate the pace of this game. And wow, Zatai has actually not taken a flash. He's taken the exhaust himself. So we have an exhaust teleport Fiora.
And he's starting off Longsword 3-pot. This guy...
I start Longsword 3-pot in all fairness, so I'm not going to blame him for that one.
You do regenerate more, but I find that the extra health from the Doran's Blade is just so helpful in trading.
Yeah, it depends how you want to play the lane. So if you're going to sit in top lane, you know, it definitely is good to be able to take it. the Doran's Blade, but if you are going to look for like explosive trading, shoving in and then going back for an early buy, teleporting back into the lane and looking for kills, you never go past the longsword.
Well, looks like we're not going to see any double jungling out of IG. Xiaogu, on the other hand, well on their way to having it start.
So it's important to note that Kakao gave over the Gromp to his bottom lane. So Kid and Kitty should be hitting level 2 a little bit quicker here. It was level 1 on the blue buff, only adjusting level 2 then.
Looks like we
I
might
swear he did.
Might see some action. They're currently a little bit low on CS as it's all said and done. Seems like Kakao did end up getting experience for it, as he does have 4 creeps cleared, 3 from the blue and 1 from the Gromp.
Yeah, true. Looks like he was level 1 as we have first skirmish in the top lane.
Zatai misses that first weak spot, but oh, that one should be easy. Come on, go for it. Yeah. That's such a satisfying sound.
It's not even that, it just does ridiculous amounts of damage, and you can see that already the sustain from the longsword and these quick trades coming in handy as he shoves out. All of a sudden, if he goes back early, he'll be able to pick up a second longsword, something along those lines.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Kakao now playing to this side of the map. He's going to make sure that Swift doesn't affect any sort of early gank onto Zatai as he clears out the Scuttle Crab for a bit of vision. And Rookie, he's even playing to that side of the map as well. IG coming in with some early pressure in this set. Finds some harass onto Doinby, trades right back over, but so far things look to be going pretty even. There are some pings as Swift gets forward.
Yeah, so Swift saw the Scuttle Crab was gone, just wants to be a presence in the top lane, and all of a sudden Zatai in a lot of trouble.
Oh, the Ignite gets dropped. Zatai is being dived. The flash goes out. Swift, even dodging a turret shot, gets out alive.
Yeah, and that's huge news right there, because all of a sudden Zatai, he was trying to get that early advantage by being in lane. Not going to be able to make it work because First Blood went over to V, and we said that this guy is known for his tank play, but on the Fizz looking very good in the early game.
Yeah, looking strong indeed. Recall from Zatai, respawn from Zatai means he teleports into top lane with a Doran's Ring and some more sustain, but V looks to answer with a Ruby Crystal of his own. Rookie, nice damage onto Doinby. He kites it around, landing the stun. Kakao follows up, barrel slow misses, but Doinby flashes.
Yeah, flash as well as the cleanse out of the mid laner, so all of a sudden Rookie has a huge advantage in summoner spells and just continue to play aggressively. It's already doing pretty well in the CS department given how much of a early lane bully Victor is, trading with that transfer power, and Echo certainly scales well into the mid game.
We'll see if Rookie can continue to expand this advantage in the mid lane. We were expecting him to put out quite a bit of pressure, but we'll see if he can take advantage of it as Kakao once again roams around to the side. Rookie tries to bait him into the bush by making himself visible, but is just going to affect a recall in the meanwhile.
So this is something that generally Assassin players always do, is get an early recall after they've before level 6, because you want to try and go for a kill at that stage of the game. So we see Zatai still flirting with danger up here in the top lane.
Yeah, he certainly is. He does have a mild CS lead over V, but I'm sure once this wave is caught, V should be able to close it back up. And Swift waiting in the wings, just looking for the opportune moment. Looks like the time is now. Zatai's in the middle of his minion wave. He doesn't have any summoner spells to get him out. A great riposte is going to block some of it, but again, the soak is successful. He gets a kill despite Elise dodging away, and V with a double kill in the top lane.
Yeah, so V gets another kill, and the lane is pushing back the other way. So all of a sudden, Zatai is in real danger of being frozen out of the top lane. Does continue with the aggressive build, you know, looks like he's going for a Tiamat first.
Very scary situation for Zatai, but it's all or nothing with that top style aggressive Fiora. Let's see if he can pull it off.
This is so funny. So that wave is on the most horrible place for a Fiora ever. No wave clear in the kit, a lot of single target. It's just going to sit there. They've even pink warded it up to make sure that if he ever goes for creeps, it's in an overextending fashion. Pressure on Kakao to get up there now and have an impact.
Yeah, Kakao is going to clear it out just a bit. V, oh man.
I think it's actually too big that V can't pull it back off the turret because he would just take so much damage.
He's trying right now. Swift is going to show himself once again. Kakao spots him out from the far side. Swift already showing how effective he can be with those ganks top lane, and V on the other side is going to buy some time as he tries trading with the Fiora.
So he actually didn't take that much damage. Still has some potions there to heal it all up. And is level 6.
Yeah, tricky situation for Zatai. Oh, here comes Swift. They're going to turn on to Cacao. Dodge is going to block some of the damage. They're turning it around. Zatai does so much, but that Gragas is already dead. He's chasing forward, misses the weak point. He's still going to end up getting the kill.
Zatai has
There's
6.
the ultimate. Is he going to be able to proc all of them in time? Slow land. He doesn't get the one on the far side. Dodges the cocoon, nets the kill, and gets out alive. And there's action in the mid lane as well as Rookie kills Doinby, and TCT died in the bottom lane. What is going on?
Action everywhere, able to flash in, it looks like, on Kitties and get a kill on the support player. That, of course, went over as well. It also looked like Kid died somewhere.
Yeah, Zatai died as well.
Yeah, so Zatai died to the turret. That happened normally.
Yeah.
Victor headed up, got caught in transit. Rookie able, with that assassin, to follow and pick up a sneaky kill there. Had to burn the ultimate, but support for AD in the bottom lane definitely in favor of Xiaogu.
Yeah, things looking pretty good for Xiaogu so far. They have got the BF sword kill onto the Tristana, who's going to scale just a bit better than Leona, in my experience. But we'll certainly find out.
So, I will kind of challenge that early game. So for the next couple of minutes, I will say Leona will scale better than the Trist. What I mean by that is a Brawler's Glove versus extra tankiness, pink wards, vision, potions to be able to bully a lane. And Leona's already that lane bully. And because they've got the flash out of the Tristana, if she ever uses Rocket Jump or gets tagged by one of those stuns, the amount of CC layering that can take place in the bottom lane just means that it's probably a much more dangerous place still for TNT in this lane than it is for the Ashe.
Mm-hmm. We'll see.
Late game.
Yeah.
Definitely the scaling is in the AD carry's favor.
Of course. That's what I meant. Well, we'll see if Kitties is able to be effective in this set so far, as it looks like Doinby is having some trouble in that mid lane. Rookie being as big a bully as Echo possibly can. He's not using the Academy Echo, though. He's not super bully.
It's not out on this patch, dude.
5.16? It comes out on 5.16, doesn't it?
It was after the hotfixes, though.
Oh, you're right. It is. But deep wards now coming out from Xiaogu. V looks like he might be caught. Oh, wait. He's a Fizz. Never mind.
They also clear vision and have some good deep wards of their own here. They want to continue to fight for this red buff.
Yeah, Cacao pinging like a madman. Zatai realizes there's nothing he can do. He heads back to the top
sending the
line.
Leona up already. This could be a fight.
Ooh, Cacao slams forward.
Ash Arrow also on the way.
This is a tricky situation. Rookie dives forward. Swift is caught. He gets destroyed. V makes it over the wall. Zatai provides chase. He doesn't quite have his ultimate just yet as he looks for more damage onto V. The Solar Flare lands. It's trying to be cleansed, but already another kill for Zatai. Stun denies any further chase. 2 kills, IG.
And we called Zatai the wild card up there in the top lane. He didn't take flash. He took an exhaust. Now he's 4-3-1. And all of a sudden there is a lot for this Tristana, the Fizz, everyone to worry about.
Yeah.
Because Fiora is a wrecking ball once she gets going.
And starting off 0-2, then netting a double kill, and now another 2 kills. Zatai is teaching a masterclass on how to play Fiora this game. But Kid, oh, he's got to be careful. The teleport is being used as well. Will it be able to land in time? Kid gets destroyed, but Zatai and Kitties are there. TNT jumps away. Zatai tries to turn for TCT. That Braum doesn't have his flash. He's already made it over the wall. And TNT is caught as Rookie comes down. Kitties, he heard you. He wants to scale.
Yeah, he certainly does. You know, that's 2 kills on the Tristana now versus 2 kills on the Leona. Definitely should have been able to give that one over onto the Echo player, but Rookie, you know, he goes back up, picks up his Morella Nomicon 202, definitely having a fantastic early game. IG, 800 gold up and looking pretty good.
Yeah, things looking very solid for IG in this game number 1. Ravenous Hydra completed 11.5 minutes in for Zatai. Cacao's got his Cinder Hulk done. Morella Nomicon's even finished for Rookie. These guys are ready to kill some folks.
Yeah, you can see Rookie takes out the back lane. This is when you know you're huge on Echo. If you're able to clear out the minion wave, the back line just with your Time Winder means great things. And Cacao's also been able to track Swift successfully around the map so far.
Swift has been all over that top lane, been trying to pressure the no escape spell Fiora as best he can, but Kakao is going to help shore that up a bit as Zatai continues to shove this wave forward. Ravenous Hydra.
Look like they actually want to dive here because Kakao's heading around the wings, trying to get deep vision. Has been spotted out by the Rift Scuttler, so won't be able to achieve much.
Yeah, looks like he's going to back away and just clear out this pink ward, as Swift is already on the other side of the map. Kid does seem like he's still suffering a little bit in that bottom lane, but every other lane for IG seems to be going just fine.
And this is Ashe, you know, she's gone into what is an Avarice Blade. You can see the Tristana going pure damage, has got the CS advantage as well as a couple of kills. And IG just aren't playing that side of the map. You can see they're diving top lane whilst this bottom lane turret goes down.
Yeah, they are going to trade it over. The Flash Slam finds V. He dodges out of the way. Is he going to be able to get out of this? Rookie's trying to chase V. A weak point spots it out. The belly slam lands, and Rookie secures the kill.
So they're able to get the turret in the bottom lane. They're also trying to get this mid lane turret with a good rotation.
Oh, the arrow finds Doinby. Kitties is going to continue to lock him down despite TCT's best efforts. There's so much damage. He flashes and dodges the Unbreakable, but Kid is so close to being stunned. TCT's going to hop over the wall and get out with his life. But IG are still here in the mid lane.
But they didn't stick around for the top lane, so that was a kill for a top lane turret, and all of the summoner spells burnt. They need to be able to take an objective, but Swift is here.
Yeah, they're trying to clear it out, but they just can't quite in time. Kitties takes a cocoon to the face, and everyone disengages.
So good trade for QG in the end, you know. They absorb all of the summoner spells out of the Ashe, out of Leona, as well as a couple of ultimates. They lose a top laner. But in response, they're able to pick up a turret in the bottom lane, and the lane's pushing back, so TNT should be able to continue his free farming.
Yeah, bit of miscommunication from IG. They're taking things nice and slow. I say nice and slow as they're up 9 kills.
And there's 15 kills in a 14-minute game. Yeah.
But in terms of objectives.
Hashtag LPL.
Yeah. It's about the kills for them than the objectives this game.
We've had a lot of, I guess, unusual LPL games. It feels like I've gone back 2 years. And I'm casting the LPL in 2013, 2014 because there's just a lot of fighting going on tonight and not much objective play. You saw it in game 2 of the EDG Snake set. Now IG versus QG delivering as well.
Ooh, Dragon is secured. They could look for the collapse here. Kakao's slow. He's locked down. He's going to take a fish. No, Kitties is body blocking him for him, but Kakao still falls. Kitties goes low. He gets dropped. TNT's got a double kill. He's turning now on to Kid. Exhaust buys him some time. Will he be able to land the stun for yet another? It is a triple kill onto TNT, and Xiaogu collapse and take a great fight.
And where did we say that Xiaogu was strong? It's around the first dragon, 15 minutes into the game, when they've got those components really stacking up. They're able to take 4v4, 5v5 team fights. This time it was because Zatai didn't have his teleport available. They give up Dragon, they give up 2 turrets, and they give up their gold lead.
Yeah, this is not looking good for IG as they gave up 2 turrets for 1. As Zatai split on the far side of the map, Xiaogu collapse nice and clean and take up a fresh set of kills to even it up in terms of overall kills, but they also now have that gold lead as well. IG, however, have got the convenience of playing for a late-game Dragon 5 if they can continue to control the pick.
Yeah, Dragon 1 probably, you know, not going to be mapped out quite yet, but
not that big a concern.
Yeah, it definitely is, and they don't really have a great objective team either. It's more of the picks that they're able to set up with this Assassin mid laner, with the Ashe, as well as the Leona in that bottom lane. But you can see, because of how the map has opened up right now for the QG lineup, it's going to be very difficult for IG to...
Oh, great cast finds TNT. He immediately flashes to safety. Kakao was setting that up. And TNT hops out.
Yeah, but all of a sudden there are 4 members of the QG lineup in the top lane. Only Fizz in the bottom lane.
Ooh, Kitties lands a stun. Takes a few hits from the turret because of it.
They're trying to make him playful trickster.
Ooh.
Alright, B, you need to get out of the turret now.
The top tier 1 goes down. He abandons the turret exactly as you predict. It goes down, but so far it's a 1-for-1 turret trade. Zatai doesn't quite have a lot of wave clear as the minions shove forward. Kakao shows up to help shore up some of that difference. Turret gets chunked out, but it's still standing.
And all of a sudden, being in the bottom lane,
dodges the Zenith and the Crystal Arrow. He's probably feeling pretty smug right now.
Certainly is, but now needs to be careful because still a little bit until it's off cooldown. No, he'll just go back to base. Everyone goes back to normal. IG get the turret back, but good trades across the map means that the gold lead remains.
Yeah, you can still see it's 4-2 turrets in favor of Xiaogu. That's a 2,000 gold lead. And that gold lead is defining this entire set right now. That's the only difference between these two teams outside of that first dragon that IG have.
There's, it's also about where the relative power is. Both top lane is very strong at dueling the AD carries at this stage of the game. But it's an AD carry in TNT that is strong versus Rookie and Zatai. And you just look at it, and unless a team fight is set up perfectly, draw your battle lines up, make sure that the front line is in place for TNT to do work, Rookie should just be able to get onto the back line at this stage of the game because there's not very many tanky people and explode that Tristana. So even though there is a gold lead for QG, because it's the assassin and the brawling top laner that is ahead right now for Invictus, still need to be careful on how they play this mid game out. You can see that they're always grouped, always making sure that they have other people with TNT to shore up his weaknesses.
Yeah, they don't want to take any chances that the Tristana is going to get assassinated. Zatai
in a lot of trouble.
Recall on top of a ward. V is trying to destroy him, but Zatai turns it around for a healthy amount of damage.
3 people also in the bottom lane now.
Oh, Zatai's in a bad spot. He dashes forward, but the dot explodes. He's away from his team, buying them some time if he can. He's going to end up going down, tagged by TCT. Doinby's the one who ends up getting the kill, but IG respond by shoving down the mid lane.
Yeah, so we'll see if they're able to get the turret. It looks like they will be able to, which means in the end, Zatai leading them on a happy little chase down there is good news. Also has teleport available, so we'll be able to join anything around the Dragon Pit if it is set up within the next 1.5 minutes.
Oh, they're trying to find a pick onto TCT. Ooh, not quite landing the parallel convergence. And as you mentioned, that Dragon is going to be up in 75 seconds. Recall is going to get some fresh items in IG as they prepare for yet another team fight, but the last one didn't go so well.
Yeah, it wasn't really a team fight. It was a 4v5. They didn't have the teleport available on their top lane, and that was where a lot of their gold was sitting at that stage of the game. So we'll see whether it's able to work out a little bit cleaner this time from Invictus, but it was more that they just didn't have any business being in that part of the map, and that's where Xiaogu really thrives at that stage of the game. So look for them to continue to go back there and see if they can win these fights.
We'll see if they can, as they are now headed towards that side. Recall from Kid is going to send him back to base just in time for some Tier 2 boots and a couple of wards of his own. Meanwhile, Rookie, as you mentioned, completing the Zanyas. Very tanky. And they are now setting up provision with the Scuttlecraft.
Yeah, so you mentioned the Zonya's Hourglass. I just want to mention how key that is to the combos that come out of the Echo, because being able to put out your big zoning field and then dive into it with Zonya's Hourglass gives you a lot of outplay potential. It means you can hold it, people collapse on you, you go into Zonya's, you get the huge stuns, you come out, you have the shield available. All of a sudden your ult is on top of you instead of trailing behind you. Just allows him to have a lot more roundness in how he uses his outplay potential, and love the fact that Rookie has gone for it earlier than, say, something like an Abyssal.
Ooh, looks like IG are pulling the trigger. They're going to target TCT. Teleport comes in. Kid's actually caught out. He's not dealing damage right now. Zatai's a little bit late to the fight. TCT goes down. He's targeting Swift. Can he proc his ultimate in time? He does indeed. The healing field has been dropped. Rookie destroyed the back line. Zatai and Kakao taking big damage. They're going to have to be careful. Zatai gets chunked away. And all in all, it's a 1-for-2 in favor of IG.
Yeah, so Invictus finally able to get their team fight going. They go onto the tanky member, Braum, but he went down without using the exhaust, and that meant the damage out of Zatai, the damage out of Rookie was just too much.
Ooh, they're trying to steal away the Dragon right now. Smite secures it for Kakao, and TNT hops over the wall. But that's Dragon number 2 for IG, and they won the ensuing team fight.
Yeah, so they're able to pick up an extra kill. Not too big of a deal there. The real big news story is the fact that they keep that Dragon on track. And you mentioned it. If they're able to, I guess, force late game team fights over a Dragon number 4 or a Dragon number 5, we do think their comp scales are a little bit better in a 5v5 scenario. But can never really count out the Tristana, can never count out the Victor. So if it is, it's by a margin at best.
See if that is going to be the case, and we are going to make it to those late game team fights. And so far, it's a fairly even matchup. It's barely 2,000 gold separating these two teams. A single turret is the difference between them.
And you know, Frosk and I really enjoy watching Xiaogu as well as Invictus play, but Invictus are kind of the chameleons of the LPL. They don't really have their own identity, and at times it looks like they just play to the other team's play style. And that's exactly what they're doing here. They're like grouping up. They make sure they're fighting around dragons. There's another Essence Reaver on the Rift. Someone call Riot Atlas. Need to cut that one out. But
oh boy.
So right now, it looks like IG content to play the Xiaogu Field League of Legends, you know? Split push, keep the waves in your favor, find an objective, fight.
Yeah. Things seem to be going very well for IG as they continue to keep pace with Xiaogu. Zitai shoving with that Essence Reaver as he split pushes as predicted. No teleport anymore, but his team is playing to that side of the map. They could look to try breaking the tier 2 as they offer a lot of deep wards onto that side of the map.
Cool, so I went away. I looked at what people are trying to accomplish with this build, right?
Okay.
Why is the Essence Reaver in there? Turns out, if you're able to pick up that and a Spirit Visage, you have really good lifesteal coming out of the kit. You're very durable against a magic dealing top laner like Fizz. He's primarily magic damage at this stage of the game because of his W. And it gives you the chase potential a little bit more because it has that cooldown reduction in there, you know, and you're able to continually do it. Not to mention, it's actually a little bit cheaper. You can never underestimate, like, picking something up a couple of 100 golds earlier, being able to move towards your next item as opposed to a slightly more expensive Bloodthirster. So, you know, I don't love it. I actually have a bit of an issue with the item itself, but on Fiora, it seems to work out better than not in these situations.
I feel like we've seen this before.
Yeah, we did. Acorn built it. Oh, no, this bottom lane?
Yeah. Okay. Zitai's actually going to get the recall that he wants this time around. V doesn't have a ward on that side of the bush, but to be honest, when I saw Acorn do it, I thought it was a bit of a troll build because then later on he went for the standard
LGD troll.
Yeah,
you take that back, sir.
He went for the Ravenous Hydra Bloodthirster, which to me was more about team fighting. He wanted to go in with a big overshield so we could take the burst and then regenerate it back.
You're telling me that next thing you know, it's going to be like Misfortune wasn't a legit pick when it picked it up. No, I completely agree. I thought it was more of like a circumstance, you know, he was very far ahead. But you have to take things at face value every now and again as well. And the cooldown reduction, as well as the equal amount of damage and lifesteal, definitely it suits Fiora's kit very much.
Yeah, it certainly does. We'll see if Zitai will continue to be effective with it as he continues to split push on the far side of the map. Now recalling.
Looks like he's going for a Spirit Visage.
Yeah, exactly as predicted, Spawn. The full regeneration Fiora we're seeing out of Zitai.
Well, you know, also has self-healing in the kit, so
yeah,
it's just an all-round really solid build, I think, for a pretty cost-efficient path.
This really reminds me of like pre-rework Olaf, where you went all damage and lifesteal, and then you just rushed into the enemy team because you got so much attack speed. Oh, it still hit. TNT is caught. They're diving forward. The cask lands. CC is layered on top of itself, but they're not quite able to get the kill. Rookie tosses out the parallel convergence, but IG, whoa.
And we see why the priority on Braum right now in the LPL. That Unbreakable made sure that the cask didn't knock the Tristana back into the team. Does have to burn the flash, had to burn the rocket jump, but able to live another day, and a lot of cooldowns expended from Invictus. You know, the Ash Arrow, the Solar Flare, as well as a couple of flashes on the duo lane in the bottom, all burnt for no kill.
Yeah, very tricky situation for IG, but Xiaogu managed to keep their AD carry alive despite that onslaught of damage. And once again, Zitai starts split pushing.
Yeah, but looks like the rest of the team wants to group up and fight. You can see the roaming squad still around that Baron area. Fizz emulating Zitai as best as he can in the bottom lane. V trying to shove this wave into the turret.
Looks like Rookie will be able to catch that wave in time, and everyone else is just playing around the map for the time being. Dragon's up in a minute. This is number 3 for Invictus Gaming. They could be looking to set it up, as currently they've got a lot of vision prepped on top of the Baron. They're not going to get any chance to take it with Xiaogu.
So, you know, I talk about items a lot, probably more than anyone else in the world. But right now, I'm really interested in the summoner spells that have been expended in that last trade, because it's the Leona and the Ashe that don't have anything. And for Leona, it's a lot of her initiation power is now gone because you can't, you know, flash Q someone. But for Ashe, it's even more devastating because Kid's positioning has to be on point. You can say TNT has the same thing, but you know, he has a Buster Shop, he has a Rocket Jump, should be able to get around these team fights with relative ease, especially if people start dying. But Ashe has no way of repositioning if ever caught out by someone like an Elise, like V. So see whether Kakao is able to use that cast to really split up the team fight the way they need it to work.
We'll certainly see as Kakao leads the charge, pops the Banshee's Veil. Now Dragon has spawned and Xiaogu are grouped up in front of the pit. They're going to start trying to burn through as IG starts to slip into the river to try to find some better positioning on it. It's being burned through rather quickly. Solar Flare lands, and the Dragon is secured by Kakao. He steals it away, flashes forward.
Wow.
A huge cast finds TNT and Doinby. TCT's in the front. He goes low while Zatai tries to kill V. He's looking for the execution. He finds it indeed. And Xiaogu are falling apart at the seams. Kitties has died, but 4 members of Xiaogu were traded over.
And look at the chase potential as well. Doinby tries to make the hero play. He needs to kill one of them because otherwise they're going to take Baron.
Rookie's over the wall. They're looking for the execution. He gets the kill. Zatai tries to get the execution. He finds it, traded it over, and ace. IG have got 3 members left.
Well, we'll see whether IG still want to make the call on Baron. You can see that Xiaogu still pinging it out, but it seems like Doinby's sacrifice will make sure that they cannot start it today. So very well done by the mid laner of Xiaogu. But what a team fight for Invictus.
Yeah, very, very close trades. The tie catches the wave that was building on the top side. Someone's going to have to head to the bottom to catch that one that's building as well.
And I love Fiora. Like, let's just look at Fiora's kit right now. She chases, she duels, she has the ability to return CC. I think the second auto attack being a crit automatically after the E is a little bit too much. But she just does so much right now. And now going tanky, as long as she finishes off with something like a Last Whisper, will just continue to do so much damage throughout the entirety of the game. And we can see that there's not much of a response out of it because no one duels like a Fiora does.
Zatai playing Fiora like a champion, 9-4-3 so far. After a very rough early game, managing to pull it back together.
He got camped.
He definitely
Let's
did.
call it what it is. Like, Swift, you know, he didn't even take a tent. He like took bricks and mortar and set up a hotel.
The gank top lane service?
Yeah, exactly right. And Zatai continuing to be a pest down in this bottom lane.
Yep. Looks like he's going to steal away the Krugs right now. Ping's going down onto the red buff, as it looks like all of Xiaogu are aware that Zatai is down here.
And you can see 3 pink wards on that side of the map. 4 QG means that not really an option for the IG lineup to start Baron, although they can try and wrestle control of the area back at the least. And now all they need to do, the thing about IG's comp and why Zatai pulling them around the map is so good, is because if they ever get control over an area, walking into Leona, walking into Ashe is just suicide at this stage of the game, because you will get the pick and you will kill someone. And you can see that that is exactly how they want to play.
It certainly is. So far, IG are ahead in kills and in dragons, and even in gold, but Xiaogu, there are the team fighting team.
And it looks like Face of the Mountain Zeke's is what is going to be coming out of TCT. And you know, the reason that I actually don't mind it this time around is because the priority's been put on QSS for TNT. So they're trading, it would either be Mikhail's and a Last Whisper, or QSS and the Zeke's, and you know, it's just a little bit more cost efficient to do it this way around for the AD carry, being able to control his own destiny. You don't have to worry about being split up by the support if the arrow does come through and nail you. and also gives, wow, teleports off.
Teleport being used as it looks like Kid is caught. Oh, he jukes it around. The cleanse is used. TNT's got to reset. Zatai is forced to jump away. Kitties, however, gets caught as well. Drops the solar flare. That's 2 members picked off by Xiaogu. They immediately rush onto the Baron. TNT face tanks half of his health to try shredding through.
Yeah, and I like that you mentioned the fact that he face tanked. Let's see if it causes anything here as Rookie goes in.
They're in the pit. Zatai gets knocked out on the far side. Swift chases over the wall. Rookie's looking for it. He does so much damage. He absolutely deletes Doinby, but he's got nowhere else to go to. He goes down. Zatai's already dead. Kakao's looking for the steal. He's got his smite. Is he going to be able to bring it low enough? He does! Zatai steals the Baron and nets a kill. Turns onto TNT and is forced to run for his life.
He got a double kill.
What on earth just happened?
Kakao comes up clutch. Has the empowered recall. He's going to get back. What a play out of Invictus's jungler.
He's got the Baron buff. Unfortunately, he's the only member of his team that does. But Xiaogu were looking so strong off the end of that play. Oh, look at the smile.
The Kakaku coming out of the jungler for Invictus. And you could tell that he enjoyed that play, being able to burst through with that W. Take another look. It all starts with Zatai and Rookie putting in so much work. You know, Rookie able to get the Zhonya's off. Blows up Doinby with the ultimate. Look how much damage it does. Then skirts back to Kakao, who goes over the wall. You know, Swift is nowhere to be seen. And unfortunately, they just keep doing damage to the Baron, and that means Kakao has the chance to steal it and pick up a double kill.
Oh my goodness. Amazing play from Kakao. Keeping his cool throughout that entire situation, pulls himself together and secures the Baron for his team. Dragon number 4's up in 30 seconds. Zatai recalling to be there in time for the spawn, and IG slowly but surely are inching their way ahead of Xiaogu.
Yeah, they certainly are. You know, once again, no flashes available for the AD carry, so I'm going to reiterate. Kid's done it a couple of times. He's positioned well, but can he keep doing it? As we have Dragon about to spawn and QG firm control of the area.
They are now grouped as 5. Zatai with the recall has now joined up with the rest of his team and is going to shred through that Dragon's health so quickly. Let's see if they can secure it. Kakao's smites have been faultless so far. This would be the 5th faultless smite. And, oh, he manages to secure it despite Swift being in the pit. Now Swift is going to be the target. Chaos Storm is dropped onto Kakao. Kid gets caught out. The cleanse is used, but he's still taking so much damage. The arrow finds V. TNT goes low. TCT gets dropped. And once again, Xiaogu are falling to pieces as IG tear them apart. Kakao leading the charge against Doinby, and TNT's going to find them. Flash kites it away. Zatai chases from the far side. Doinby is almost certainly going to go down here. Zanya's buys him time, but he's got nowhere else to go. It's 4 members dead.
And now they have Kakao with the Baron buff. TNT still being pursued by this Fiora.
Oh no, Zatai, he's looking to chase forward. He's got a Randuin's as well. Does so much damage. TNT goes down. That's the unofficial ace. This tier 2 gets dropped. They've still got Baron buff on Kakao.
Yeah, and they've still got a couple of seconds to be able to break into the base. Probably not enough time to take the inhib, although they're still going for it.
They certainly are. They burn onto TCT. His health gets dropped to half. He flashes forward. Rookie's caught. He goes down. Kid is low. He's going to be dropped as well, but Kitties drops the solar flare. It's too little, too late. Here comes Zatai. He's finally catching up. No, he's running away. No, he's running in. No, he's running away. And Kitties is left to fend for himself as this tier 2 looks to fall. And Xiaogu are going to get a few revenge kills for their trouble.
And a triple kill picked up for the Fizz. B now very farmed. They have 30 seconds to do the same thing. Push up mid lane. See if they can break the base. What a game, so back and forth. Just when you think IG have finally cracked it open, they overextend in a made pay.
Yeah, they certainly do. Zatai is forced to defend 1v5 as Xiaogu shove forward. They don't quite have minions just yet. Kid and Rookie have just respawned, and Zatai looks to keep his base together. And Invictus Gaming, once again, they're still in control of this set despite that blunder they made at the enemy's inhibitor.
Yeah, so, you know, maybe just take a deep breath in future. Go places with 5 people, you know, employ the buddy system when you're that far over the river, but definitely showed that that's what a good team fight looks for Invictus Gaming, and this Fiora pick needs to be looked at going into the next game because Zatai is destroying people.
Zatai does so much damage. He's completed the Randuin Spirit Visage as well. Instead of for the last Whisper last item, he's picked up another BF sword on top of it.
I hope he's going IE, although I have a feeling that he's probably going something like the QSS.
Mercurial Scimitar.
Mercurial Scimitar.
Yeah.
I hope he is at least, but IE with the guaranteed crit on the second strike.
Why would you need to? You're Fiora. If you just time your riposte properly, you don't need a cleanse.
Of course, because they only have 1 CC ability on their whole team, you know?
Well, yeah.
Just
it's 0.75 seconds. I'm just saying, it's a pretty big window.
Yeah, to catch everything.
But Rookie shoves forward. Oh boy. Rookie shoves forward onto this tier 2 now. And TNT actually zones him away with some healthy damage. Got to be careful for that Echo, though, as he does have his Chrono Break available.
But they have been able to successfully bully them off. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Zatai, is he being stalked? Is he doing the stalking? I don't exactly know.
I love how quickly V turned around. As long as my turret's here, I can... Oh, nope. Nope, 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 nope.
Baron, 1 minute. Dragon, it's about 3 minutes away. IG, all the cards are on their side of the table right now. All the chips. I think cards still get evenly distributed even when you're winning the game. I'll have to check in.
We'll find out. As 38 minutes in, Dragon 5 is up in 2 minutes. Baron is coming back up in 1 minute. Cacao, he's been 5-0 in terms of objective smites. Swift trying his best to secure objectives, but he just can't keep up with Cacao.
And we said this was going to be the battle of the junglers, you know, who could show up, Swift or Cacao. Swift's been involved in 12 of his team's 21 kills. Cacao has been involved in 17. He's just a monster in this game right now.
Cacao, he is definitely showing up this game, and this is exactly what Invictus Gaming need if they want to make Worlds. Zatai splitting on the far side, looks to break down yet another tier 2. V says, I got this one. I'm here in time. But there's really not that much that he can do as Zatai does so much damage.
Yeah, you know, just waiting for that E cooldown to be available. Also has the exhaust, so if B ever overcommits, can get rid of all that damage amplification that we're used to seeing out of Fizz.
Baron has now spawned, and Dragon 5 is up in a minute.
I'm not going to lie, I want to see them fight so bad.
Yeah.
You know, draw your weapon.
We're here to see a show. This is the LPL regional qualifiers. Zatai.
Here they go.
Whoa.
Oh,
there he goes.
Come on, V. Be a good sport.
Didn't quite get the homing auto attack from that last dash, but Dragon's up now in 30 seconds. The tier 2 has been secured. Final recall from Zatai is going to go for it. Do it. Be the man. Be the manly build. Ah, Bloodthirster.
Still pretty manly.
Pretty manly. It's up there.
Triple lifesteal item, however, means that he's going to be very hard to kill in these team fights. And no Zeeks on the side of IG. And when it does come out, I want to know who the heck Kiddies puts it on. Who is the AD carry this game?
Uh-oh, looks like they are trying to go for Dragon 5, but Zatai doesn't even care. They secure the Dragon number 1, but Zatai's in the pit, and Xiaogu are locked down. This seems to be exactly what's working for them. TNT's untouched in the back. He's shredding through them as best he can. Without Zatai on his face, he doesn't have that much to worry about. He hops over the wall. Rookie chases forward. TCT goes low. Doinby's dropping low as well, but Xiaogu, they're down to one man standing. TNT is running for his life. Rookie is not going to find the correct path as they look for the inhibitor instead.
Yeah, so instead of, I guess, trying to risk it all and take on TNT, they run into the base. Even that not going to work. They beeline towards the Baron.
Yeah, they certainly do. Looking for Baron number 2 if they can't have Dragon number 5. Kid is going to start it out. And TNT will clear the wave on the far side.
Look at that shield. You know, Echo's kit is kind of loaded in some ways.
And this is the AP shifted Echo. This is 516. His stats have been shifted more to his AP ratios. And Take a look at Rookie. He's got the Rabadon, Zanya, Lichbane, Morellos. This Echo will hurt.
Yeah, I think everyone saw that last team fight.
Yeah.
Able to dive in, you know. Didn't even have to use the ultimate. If there's ever situations where they clump up and Rookie is the first man in, it's very hard to keep track of where the clone is in a big, messy team fight like that. And didn't need to use it this time around, but does do a lot of damage if it comes to the point where, you know, Rookie needs to use it in an offensive manner.
We'll see if Rookie will continue to propel further and further forward, as now he has got Baron buff. Waves on the side are being prepped by IG as they look to be cleaning up some macro play. As Zatai splits in the bottom lane, and the rest of IG shoved down the mid.
Zatai still has a teleport. Wow, they hit him.
Arrow hits TNT, he cleanses forward. Here comes the Leona Gragas. Will he be able to land the barrel? There's no flash available. TNT sidesteps and dodges and gets out with his life.
Yeah, that definitely saved his life. You know, did not blink there, didn't step back into his base. That's where they were expecting him to go. Instead, moved a little bit forward, nails the buster shot, able to successfully disengage.
Yeah, this inhibitor, however, will not stand for long. It gets destroyed while Zatai is splitting on the far side. Baron is available for Kitties, Kid, and Rookie.
So this is really important to note. Zatai right now is stronger as a split pusher than he is as a team fighter. We saw that last team fight. He got stunned up, got taken down, didn't work out his way. So what the team in Invictus should do instead is walk creeps into the base and then go top get that and allow Zatai as much time as possible where it's going to be a 1v1 situation. You know, a lot of teams make the mistake of they get Baron, they see the other closest wave to the base is the one with their split pusher, they overcommit, all of a sudden you've got a team fight on your hand, and that's not where you're strong. You can see this time around, they do the right thing, they walk the creeps up, no way they can collapse on Zatai. All of a sudden, top lane now pushing in their favor. Rookie's got blue buff, and they have a chance to break the base from the other side.
Yeah, this is not a good situation for Xiaogu. They're trying to desperately defend. The only person who can possibly stay alive against that Fiora is V. And that's only because he becomes untargetable, as even if he goes one-on-one with that Fiora, he is going to be shredded, and he runs for the safety of his inhibitor turret.
And you see Rookie once again walks the creeps into the base. All of a sudden now they should have a little bit more time. Although it looks like they want to back away and maybe just play for another 5th dragon. No, Rookie's back.
Yeah, Zatai's trying to dance it around.
I lied.
Yeah, the Echo relocation sends him to base and back in time as he's now got, oh my goodness, so much damage. Repel dodges some of the damage. TCT's unbreakable, soaks a little bit more, and Kid slowly but surely is starting to whittle it down.
Tagged.
Yeah, he's taking a lot of damage. The CC lock is coming across. There goes the Chaos Storm. Solar Flare finds Swift and Doinby. Kitties is going to go down, but the rest of IG are fighting. Cacao goes low. He gets pulled in as well and gets destroyed. TNT gets the reset. He jumps forward. He goes down to Kid, however. They're going to trade it over 1 for 4 as Zatai managed to break down the inhibitor.
Yeah, so an inhibitor for 3 kills in the end. Zatai was able to bully V away from that. Didn't choose to teleport to his team, even though there were a couple of wards in position to be able to join that team fight. And you know, we keep saying this, but the longer this game goes, now Merc Tread swapped out for Zatai, the longer it should suit IG, but when you have an immobile carry like Ashe, the danger that she gets picked off just becomes so high. One mistake at this stage of the game, if it's big enough, will cost Invictus the whole map.
Yeah, very scary situation for IG as they're playing on the Blade's Edge right now, but they've still got the advantage with those 2 inhibitors down. Dragon number 5 for them is going to be up in about a minute. They've currently got 1 pink ward on that side, 2 actually, but with everyone dead, that does make reclaiming vision a little bit more difficult. Zatai, could be looking for an assassination.
Yeah, that brush was warded.
I don't think anyone's going to fall for it, though. And that's the 3rd time we've seen that. Yep. Interesting, but not entirely enrapturing as V continues to shove this super minion wave forward to try buying some time for that inevitable dragon spawn. It's up in 20 seconds now, and IG are headed that way.
But this time around, you would expect them to try and get there first. Cacao actually gets a Rift Cuddler, and now he wants to fight. That's huge, because when you have people like Echo, like Fiora, that need movement speed to get on the back line, never underestimate the movement speed that comes out of the Rift Cuddler. And you can see they're continually refreshing it on the back end, making sure that they can use it to their advantage.
Teleport from V joins him nice and fresh with a bit of home guard to make sure that he doesn't get caught out. Kitties gets tagged and the Dragon is being started. This is number 5, Cacao. Will he be able to secure this one in time? It's down to 2,500 health, gets shredded through. It is going to be picked up by Xiaogu, but suddenly they look for a fight. Doinby gets caught through the arrow, but IG cannot find the opening they're looking for. Kitties takes a fish to the face. He's still nice and tanky. TCT finds Kid on the far side. He gets punished for diving too far forward. Rookie chrono breaks to keep himself alive, but Zatai is chasing onto Doinby. Cacao's already dead. Doinby's buying time. Kid goes low. He gets dropped. TNT is going to kite it around as best he can, but IG, they're 3-1 right now. The cleanse is being used. Swift dodges to the side, but it's not enough. Zatai's on the base, and Invictus Gaming look to win the game.
Yeah, Invictus Gaming with a good teleport in the base will be able to take game 1 after an ace. Cacao missed 2 smites in the end, but it doesn't matter because they will take the red side win.
Yeah, phenomenal play from Invictus Gaming with this hyper-aggressive team comp. They just did so much damage.
Yeah, 5.16 is a fun patch, man. You know, you get to see the AP echoes flying around. That top lane Fiora able to do so much work. You saw that Zatai, he was diving over walls, came out of that team fight full HP, and was just able to shred people on the back end of those fights. And now Xiaogu, they have a really tough decision. You know, do you ban Fiora away? Do you pick it yourself? Can B play this unorthodox top laner? Really excited to see how the rest of this set goes.
The most intimidating thing is that Xiaogu have lost blue side, a side that they are historically stronger on. This is a very tricky situation. And you can see right now, Cacao looking very happy. Xiaogu, not quite the same on the far side.
Yeah, their jungler not looking as happy there. And, you know, you look at what happened in that game. Xiaogu, they got back control of the game. Cacao picked up double kill. The Baron buff, was able to steal it away, was even able to bully TNT away from him and get the recall back to base. Rookie on a melee assassin into a control mage, able to pick up the kill early game whilst he was in transit, just playing the map beautifully. And Swift was trying to make all the proactive moves. It looked like he's nearly game again, camping out lanes, trying to propel lanes ahead. But it just didn't come out in their favor because they had this weird comp that never could get onto the Ashe, really.
Yeah, and Cacao, time and time again, as you mentioned, just keeping track of Swift, making sure he always knew where he was. And despite the attempt to shut down poor Zatai in the top lane, that Fiora exploded.
And I said it last set that Zatai played, you know, that was his career moment. From a top laner that came in to replace Pokemon, who they weren't happy with, Pokemon, a very good take player for those that don't really keep up with the LPL, was just Zatai. He was like not a great top laner, you know. He was playing these weird things, had this wonky champion pool. And now, coming into the top lane, a hard carry for his team, had a great set against EDG, now having a great game against Xiaogu. If he has another performance, top lane's going to be completely revolutionized by this guy, because it's very rare that you get a top laner that wants to kill you. You have top laners that want to freeze the waves, like push you out, get you off farm. Like there's a reason that people love watching people like Huni play over on Fnatic, and it's because they're bloodthirsty. And Zatai's always been that player. If he ever has a window, he'll just go for it, man. And you could see exactly that in that game.
Yeah, Zatai played out of his mind on that Fiora. So much damage, chasing people down left, right, and center. It
was like turret diving. Like he was face-taking turrets, able to pressure Fizz everywhere he went. That was a beautiful performance.
It certainly was. But to help walk us through it, we're going to toss it out to our analysts in the War Room.
Thank you very much, Seda and Spawn. What a bloodthirsty first game there. We expected a lot of fun between IG and QG, and I think 63 kills in about 48 minutes, and IG, in almost a miracle, honestly, given the direction of that game, managed to pull out the win.
Yeah, look, you expect action, but you never really expect that much action to come out consistently, finding kills left, right, and center, and everyone tried their absolute best in that game, and it was down to the wire, but they came through in the end, Invictus Gaming.
They really did. And we saw the last time they played, especially in the early games, it was all Swift. And then Cacao sort of brought it back after a shaky start to his series. This opening game, Cacao, he had so much strength to start this off.
Yeah, now to be fair, Swift actually did out-jungle in terms of gank timing. Got there first, remember, killed Zatai in the top lane very early. But Cacao answered back with a vengeance. And they evened things out, to be honest. And then just kills just came.
Yeah, they really did. As we do have our first replay up now. you can see there are a lot of fights around Dragons, and Kakao, especially early on, he was the one with the golden smite.
One of many kills. Wasn't even just earlier, and he had the golden smite full. So we'll roll this one through. Invictus Gaming, they're in a position where they take away the dragon, by the way, for the Echo of all people. TCT gets the flank. Doinbe's made his way in, and the fish connects from the flank as TNT gets that last kill, gets the reset on those kills. He just keeps going. Rookie has his ultimate, so he looks like he's going to die, but he's never actually going to die. And this is why they don't commit to a jump forwards, because you can see the second aspect of Echo's ultimate sitting behind him, but a triple kill right there for TNT on that Tristana. And that was one of the big scenarios where they capitalized on the dragon emphasis that Invictus Gaming were putting down. They got the kills, and they started to pull themselves ahead in that game.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of Tristana already today, been very successful, but TNT, despite the strong lead, couldn't quite carry it through.
Yeah, he just couldn't get there in the end, and there was a lot of factors to that. But he had to itemize a cleanse to get a QSS, and then a Fiora can very easily just walk at him with all of the sustain items in the world and take him down very easily. And all credit where it's due again to Zatai, because he played his best Trundle impersonation possible.
Yeah. I mean, just in general, do you feel like there was a problem there for Xiaogu where they just couldn't kill anyone? Like, they had a reset or they're super tanky.
Yeah, and I think that comes down a lot to the draft that actually came out of Invictus Gaming, because Fiora, when the ultimate connects, they've got a Leona and an Ashe to secure the person who the ult is on. Then you've got a Jano Monsoon that is just healing for ridiculous amounts. It's so hard to kill anyone.
Yeah, the CC train there from bottom. And as we do pull up our second replay, this time, I believe it's a bit more on the IG side. But you can see QG trying to force that dragon away. IG, they've already got 2.
Yeah, so Xiaogu have started this dragon up, and they look like they're in a point of power. And we'll roll this one through, and Xiaogu, they just get engaged on time and again. V is stuck in a flank with Zatai where he's struggling to engage. The fish connects onto Kitties of all people, and meanwhile Kakao is just decimating his way through the backline. The explosive cask was phenomenal, and the fact that Kid can just sit in the backline and take people down really easily is just credit to this Invictus Gaming team comp, because their frontline threats are ridiculous. Rookie on an assassin on Echo. They've got Zatai on that assassin style of pick on the Fiora, and this is the call has gone for Baron, right? So Xiaogu said, well, you need to kill someone. You need to try and distract them so they can't do the Baron. So again, Doinbe tried his absolute hardest to make something at all happen from that situation. He denies the Baron, but all things considered, that is what started to really get Invictus Gaming going.
I can see again, especially Victor, a big champion for Doinbe, good at setting up when he runs onto you, but just too many divers. The front line's too good. Even Kitties was in the back line on the other, they're just slapping people.
Yeah, exactly, and it comes back again to that drafting phase. Xiaogu, they had a very good team comp. It's very standard Xiaogu-esque, but you look at the response from Invictus Gaming, what they had set in stone, what they had planned to deal with this Xiaogu side, it just didn't feel like there was an answer, because TNT, he very rarely got left to his own devices without someone pressuring him.
Yeah, and just couldn't find enough peel. Braum, not quite enough there. The rest of his team trying to get a bit more aggressive. And you could tell from the first pick there, Invictus Gaming, they're on the red side. And what do they go for? Straight for Zatai's Fiora. He locks it in for himself.
Yeah, and we said he did his best Trundle style of impression. And honestly, that is what he did. Built Tiamat first item, and all of the pressure was actually on top lane from Xiaogu. They realized, you want to get V snowballed, he's on that Fizz, just get him going. But there's only so far that you can get a Fizz going before the Fiora wins the 1v1 anyway from the parry.
Yeah, we started seeing that as well. As we do pull up our next replay, this one around the Baron and Kakao. We already talked about how well he's played this series. This was his defining moment.
Kakao's the big hero, and this is the biggest factor in this game. So we'll roll this one out. Xiaogu, they've made 2 picks onto the bottom lane of Invictus Gaming. Zatai and Rookie, they just go in. Doinbe actually forgets what an Echo does and just decides he doesn't want to live anymore. So he goes down real quickly, and this is the moment where Xiaogu, they've got the Baron really low. Swift is stuck over here with no repel, no flash, cannot get there to help his team. So they try and take down Kakao, but he's too tanky. He can just hit the Baron himself. He gets a double kill and the Baron for his team, or for just him in particular, but TNT is too low to chase that. And this moment right here, the fact that he can steal away a Baron, get 2 kills for his team, is ridiculous, because that should have been Xiaogu's way to actually push themselves ahead.
Yeah, and Swift, his aggression cost him there, I think. He was diving deep into the back lines, trying to clean some people up, didn't have repel to get back, didn't have flash, couldn't even Q, the range isn't quite there, and Kakao's just like, well, I'm not going to die if Swift's not there to smite it, so I'm going to run in and smite it myself.
Exactly, and that's pretty much what he did to a degree. The Baron giving the secondary MVP in that particular fight, securing a lot of kills for Kakao as he was focusing more so on that Baron. But again, Swift, he did focus the tie. He tried to get him down by rappelling over the wall. He just didn't consider the Baron at the time because it looked like they were going to disengage from it.
Yeah, and even from the Baron fight there as well, I actually just checked. Kakao used his ulti to get a couple kills. So Baron definitely doing the majority of the damage. Bit of reduction in there as well, but Cinderhulk, Gragas getting a double kill and stealing a Baron doesn't get too much better than that.
It says a lot of things, doesn't it, about how the game went. So, all things considered, that was the key moment that gave Invictus Gaming that big lead, because from there, that's where they started to break the base.
It certainly did, and it was a back-and-forth game. Xiaogu were fighting back here, but we've got our final replay right towards the game ending, and even now, given the goal difference, IG are so far ahead, but they just can't close out the game.
Yeah, so there's a few factors in this. Is everyone's got everything available to them besides the heal on Ashe, of all things. Not a big factor, in the exhaust on TCT. And that's a big factor, because we'll roll this one through and just watch how selflessly TCT throws himself at them. The Baron's the point of contention. Victor uses the ultimate to secure that. The Ashe arrow connects, but he has cleanse, just doesn't need to use it. So they wait for that to finish, and this is where TCT decides time to engage. Yet again, V can only hit kitties with the fish. They kill the backline fairly effectively here from Xiaogu. But the backline of Invictus is just there doing work. Kid gets a little bit over-aggressive in positioning, but Rookie is still there. He does way too much damage. They find a pick. Swift, he tries his absolute best to try and make something happen, but a Lichbane Echo is just going to do work. And you have to keep in mind, while that was happening, goodbye Xiaogu's base.
Yeah, Zatai just, already knows he's not needed. Teleport straight to the base and closes out the game. But Xiaogu backed up that far. We've seen it before from them. When they play from behind, even in big gold leads, they can team fight it out. So bit of a misplay there on that last one, because honestly, they look like they were going to pull it out.
It did look like it could have gone either way, especially at that dragon fight. They didn't get the 5th dragon, so everything was starting to look good for Xiaogu, but the Victor ultimate was down. It was used to secure a dragon, of all things, to deny the 5th dragon. So they forced a lot of spells, a lot of damage out of Xiaogu for a fight like that, and it was very easy for them to then just snowball that, because if Victor had the ultimate in that fight, in all honesty, they had that game won.
Yeah, quite possibly there. And I guess kind of looking to the next game, we've got a second one to play at least, possibly a third if QG can win here. What should they change? What should they look to? Is it banning the Fiora? Do you take away the Echo?
Swift should probably not go Runeglaive Elise.
Probably.
Is one of the bigger factors. He doesn't feel as comfortable on Elise, I'd have to say, compared to anything else. And Kakao stepped up. So I feel like Gragas is actually in our point of contention, because you look at how both of these teams play. It's the mid laner, it's the jungler, and it's how that can affect the rest of the map. So you look to those two as the big targets for pick and ban.
Yep, certainly is. But it was an exhilarating game number 1. Let's get straight back into the action. We'll jump back to the castle desk for game number 2.
Thank you so much, Pastry and Rusty.